These are the GRE word traps that fool almost everyone. Words that look or sound alike but mean completely different things. I'll show you how to tell each pair apart. Let's go. Adverse versus averse. Adverse starts like adversary, an enemy working against you, so adverse conditions are harmful and unfavorable, forces set against you. Averse sounds like averse, as if you'd rather turn away and write a whole verse than do the thing, so being averse is being reluctant and opposed. Affect versus effect. Affect begins with an A, and A is for action, so to affect something is the action verb. It means to influence or change it. Effect begins with an E, and E is for end result, so an effect is the outcome you get at the end, the result something produces. Allusion versus allusion. Allusion sounds like you call someone out without naming them directly, so an allusion is an indirect reference, a hint that points to something else. Allusion starts like ill, and when your eyes feel ill, they play tricks on you, so an allusion is a false impression, something that isn't really there. Ambiguous versus ambivalent. Ambiguous hides the word guess in the middle, so if something is ambiguous, you have to guess at its meaning, because it could mean several different things. Ambivalent has valent in it, close to the word vacillate, meaning to waver back and forth, so being ambivalent is having mixed feelings, torn between two sides. Ascent versus assent. Ascent has a C in it, and C is for climb, so an ascent is a climb, moving up a cliff or a hill. Assent is packed with the sound S, as if you're hissing say yes, so to assent is to agree and give your approval. Baleful versus baneful. Baleful contains the old word bale, which means evil and woe, so a baleful glare is full of evil, a menacing, threatening stare aimed right at you. Baneful contains the word bane. Your bane is your poison and your ruin, so something baneful is harmful and destructive, working to destroy you. Censure versus censor. Censure ends in the sound your, like saying shame on your conduct while wagging a finger, so to censure someone is to formally blame and criticize them out loud. Censor ends in the sound like the word or, think of the editor, the one who cuts things out, so a censor suppresses and bans content. Climactic versus climatic. Climactic has an extra C that makes the word climax the peak, so a climactic moment is the thrilling high point where everything comes together. Climatic drops that extra sound and keeps just climate, so climatic simply refers to the weather and the long-term climate of a place. Complacent versus complacent. Complacent has a C in the middle, and C is for comfortable, so a complacent person is smugly content and comfortable, too self-satisfied to bother. Complacent hides the sound please in the middle, plaisant like pleasing, so a complacent person is eager to please and happy to go along with you. Continual versus continuous. Continual ends in the sound al, like the word all shouted in bursts, all. It happens again and again, but with breaks between each time. Continuous ends in the sound us, so picture the two of us joined in one unbroken stream, flowing on and on with no gaps at all. Credible versus credulous. Credible ends in the sound bull, so if a claim is able to be believed, it's credible. Able to believe equals credible, believable. Credulous has an ul sound in the middle, like gullible. A credulous person is full of trust and will swallow anything you tell them. Diffuse versus diffuse. Diffuse starts with D, as in pulling out the fuse of a bomb so it can't go off. Diffuse a tense situation and you calm it right down. Diffuse has two Fs, and you can hear them drift apart like a puff of perfume, spreading out and scattering through the whole room. Deprecate versus depreciate. Deprecate sounds like it's dropping you down a peg, putting you down. To deprecate is to belittle or disapprove of something. Depreciate has the word price hiding right inside it, and the price is dropping. When something depreciates, its value falls. Disburse versus disperse. Disburse hides the word purse, so picture opening a purse to pay out the money. To disperse is to hand out funds. Disperse has that hissinger sound, like a crowd scattering shh, person by person drifting off in every direction. Discreet versus discreet. Discreet ends with a double letter E, two letter E's sitting cozy and close together, keeping a secret. Being discreet means being tactful and careful. Discreet has its two letter E's split apart by a T, standing between them, so each thing stays separate and distinct on its own. Illicit versus illicit. Illicit starts with a letter, E as in extract. To elicit a response is to draw it out of someone, like coaxing an answer into the open. Illicit starts with the sound ill, like the first letters of illegal. Something illicit is forbidden, off limits, against the rules. Elusive versus elusive. Elusive sounds like loose. Something elusive keeps slipping loose from your grasp, hard to catch and hard to pin down. Elusive begins with all, and an elusive poem makes all those references, hinting and nodding to other works again and again. Eminent versus imminent. Eminent starts with the sound like Eminem, a famous star. An eminent person is distinguished and celebrated, a big name. Imminent starts with the sound im, like I'm, as in I'm coming right now. Something imminent is about to happen any minute. Enervate versus energize. Enervate sounds like your nerves got drained right out of you, leaving you weak and limp with no strength left. Energize has the word energy sitting inside it, so it pumps you up and fills you with vigor. Flout versus flaunt. Flout rhymes with throw it out, and that is what you do to the rules when you flout them. You toss them aside and defy them. Flaunt has your loud aunt in it, the one who flaunts her jewelry and shows off every chance she gets. Ingenuous versus ingenious. Ingenuous starts like an innocent kid, and it hides the word genuine, so an ingenuous person is genuinely open and naive, with no guile at all. Ingenious has the word genius hiding inside it, so an ingenious plan is a clever, inventive one. Loath versus loathe. Loath ends on a soft th with no letter E on the end, and it means reluctant. Picture yourself dragging your feet, unwilling to move. Loathe ends with a letter, E, and that E turns it into the verb to hate, as in you truly loathe your enemy. Luxuriant versus luxurious. Luxuriant ends with the word ant, and ants crawl through lush, thick, abundant plant growth. Think overflowing greenery and full-flowing hair. Luxurious sounds like luxury, so picture a rich, plush, pampered lifestyle. It means opulent and comfortable. Meretricious versus meritorious. Meretricious sounds like merely tricky, so it means flashy and gaudy on the surface but insincere and cheap underneath. Meritorious has the word merit right at the front, real merit, so it means genuinely deserving of praise. Militate versus mitigate. Militate starts like military, and picture a whole army marching against something. To militate is to work against it. Mitigate has the word gate inside it. Open the gate and let the pressure escape, so you make the problem less severe. Notable versus notorious. Notable is something worth taking note of and is able to be admired, so it means famous in a good or neutral way. Notorious sounds like it is noted for a riot, so it means famous for all the wrong reasons, known for something bad. Obtuse versus abstruse. Obtuse points at a dull, slow oaf who just does not get it. Picture a blunt, wide angle, nothing sharp about it. Abstruse sounds like a bruise buried deep where you can't see it, so an abstruse idea is hidden and hard to understand. Perspicacious versus perspicuous. Perspicacious ends like sagacious, and a sagacious person is wise, so picture a sharp-eyed detective who sees right through you. Perspicacious describes a perceptive, shrewd person. Perspicuous hides the word conspicuous, and something conspicuous is easy to spot. So perspicuous writing is so clearly expressed, you spot the meaning instantly. Precede versus proceed. Precede starts like previous, and previous means before. So if one thing precedes another, it comes before it, like the appetizer that precedes the main course. Proceed starts like progress, and progress means moving forward. So when you proceed, you go forward to the next step, like a car proceeding through a green light. Prescribe versus proscribe. Think of a prescription your doctor writes just for you. To prescribe is to recommend or order something as the right thing to do. Prescribe begins like prohibit, and to prohibit is to ban. So when a rule prescribes something, it forbids it outright. Sensual versus sensuous. Sensual ends in the same sound as carnal, and carnal means of the body. So sensual points to bodily, physical pleasures. Sensuous sounds like the senses schmoozing, luxuriating in a rich melody or a lush painting. It means aesthetically pleasing to the senses. Tenet versus tenant. Tenet ends in a hard T sound, like the word true, so a tenet is a belief you hold to be true, a core principle. Tenant ends with the sound of rent, and a tenant is exactly the person who pays the rent, someone who rents a place to live. Tortuous versus torturous. Tortuous has a twist in the middle, the two sound, so hear it as a road that twists and turns. Tortuous means winding and full of bends. Torturous contains the word torture, so it means causing agony, like a torturous ordeal that puts you through real pain. Turbid versus turgid. Turbid has a B, like a bubbling, muddy broth, so turbid means cloudy and murky, water you can't see through. Turgid has a G, like gorged, so picture something gorged and swollen to bursting. Turgid means swollen, or writing that's swollen and pompous. Venal versus venial. Venal sounds almost like for sale, so a venal official is one you can buy off with a bribe, corruptible and up for sale. Venial has an extra letter, I, and I is for itsy bitsy, so a venial sin is a tiny, minor forgivable one. That's your GRE word traps. Comment the pair that always trips you up, subscribe for a new deck every week, and get Grezi, your GRE Verbal app with an AI tutor, in the link below.